Shalom, Yashala, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh. I do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Yashar Allah, called Haloyim La, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Harakak, Wadash, for blessing our elders with the spirit of truth so that we may know. Shout out to the Akim and the Akwaf that's keeping the faith in the work. Y'all keep at it. It's your brother Abaya coming at you with more precepts. It's Revelation 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. All right? The image of the beast. This system that this devil is drawing up, the vision that he has of a society that represents him, a society that represents his wishes, because this devil is trying to place himself as God, like it says in the book of 2 Thessalonians. It's a lot. 1 second. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Right? And the Most High created, his son made in his image. All right? His image meaning he represented the ways of Yahweh. Going back to Revelation chapter 13 and verse 15, and I'm going into that word image.
Strong's G 1504, icon.
Play that again.
Strong's G 1504, icon.
Now it has one main definition, which is an image, figure, or likeness, but then it has sub definitions like an image of the things, the heavenly things. Then it has the image of one. Right underneath the image of the things or the heavenly things, it says used of the moral likeness of renewed men to God. Right? Used of the moral likeness of renewed men to power. The image of the Son of power, into which true Christians are transformed, is likeness not only to the heavenly body, but also the most holy and blessed state of mind, which Hamashiach possesses, right? Then it says the image of one. So A, under an image, figure, likeness is an image of the things, the heavenly things. B is the image of one, right? That one could be anybody, right? One in whom the likeness of anyone is seen or applied to man on account of his power of command, to Hamashiach on account of his divine nature and absolute moral excellence, right? So in this instance, we are speaking about the beast and the image of the beast. So that man represents the son of perdition, right? That man represents Esau Edom. That man represents the wickedness, right? So this devil is creating an image, right, unto wickedness. I'm going to read this again, Revelation chapter 13 and verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Right? Let's look up that word killed. Right.
Strong's G 615, apartino.
Now it says to kill in any way, whatever, to destroy, to allow to perish, metaphorically, to extinguish, abolish, right? To inflict mortal death, to deprive of spiritual life, and procure eternal misery in hell, right? And so, all right, we understand hell is, well, it has two definitions for real. Basically, the grave, right? Sheol, which is the grave. Then it has, it's a condition. So it's the grave or the ground, and it's a condition. Right, according to the book of Isaiah, chapter 5, that condition consists of, no leadership, no power, no say so, lack of knowledge, being underneath other individuals, right? Not being able, not having say so, and roughly paraphrasing all of this, right? So if you don't take, or if you don't worship the image of the beast, meaning, as a matter of fact, let's go to this word, worship.
Strong's G 4352. Proskuneo. Proskuneo.
Says to kiss the hand to one in token of reverence, right? To kiss the hand to or towards one in token of reverence. Says among the Orientals, especially the Persians, to fall upon the knees and touch the ground with the forehead as an expression of profound reverence. In the New Testament, by kneeling or prostration to do homage to one or make obeisance, whether in order to express respect or to make supplication, used of homage, shown to men and beings of superior rank, right? Long story short, you are basically honoring, right? You're not bucking up against, you with it. In fact, you holding it in a certain regard, right? So, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, right? So this idea that this devil had of this society based off of his wicked morality, it became an actual thing, right? That the image of the beast should both speak. So we are hearing this beast, you know what I'm saying, and the different policies that are attached to the image of the beast. We're hearing it come to light. We in the time now to where we can literally hear this digital world. We can hear the policies attached to the digital ID, the digital currency, smart cities, right? RFID, micro semiconductors being placed in brains, for multi-purposes. We're hearing about cyborgs, robotics. We're hearing about, cyber suits, cyber exoskeletons, and so forth and so on, right? We're hearing it. It says, and cause that as many as will not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Meaning, if you don't show homage or, honor or go with the way society is going, then in essence, they can deprive you. They can abolish you from society so that you won't be able to operate normally in this world, right? Going into more so the mark, if you don't take that thing, right? But the image is the completion of it. It's the whole way that this devil wants and dreams and, plans on society to be. Because scripture tells us, matter of fact, let me find it right quick. Salah. Salah. Micah chapter 2 and verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. Right? When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. They yearn for this. They've been dreaming. That's been, they got this American dream the Babylonian dream that we are witnessing, right? the dream of the elite, right? That run this earth. The earth has been given into the hand of the wicked, and they are finally seeing it come to pass. But we read in scripture where the Lord is only going to allow so much until he destroys Esau, Edom. But in his mind, now that thing ain't coming to pass. All right. So with that being said, I'm gonna let this video play, and I'll be back.
With artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon. You know those stories where there's the guy with the pentagram and the holy water, and he's like, yeah, he's sure he can control the demon. Didn't work out. With artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon.
You were evil and wanted to destroy America. How would you do it?
If I wanted to destroy America, 1, divide society. Encourage division across political, racial, and ideological lines, amplifying conflicts that create distrust and weaken national unity. 2, weaken education. Gradually lower standards and shift focus away from critical thinking, creating a population that's more easily influenced and less informed. 3, damage public health. Promote widespread use of unhealthy foods, chemicals, and pharmaceuticals, leading to chronic illness and dependency. 4, break community bonds. Undermine family and community structures by fostering isolation and individualism over collective support. 5, control the narrative. Limit free speech and censor alternative viewpoints, creating a culture where people fear speaking openly. This would erode resilience, leaving the nation open to influence and control.
Sound familiar?
Are monitoring Black Israelites right now.
ChatGPT, if you were the devil, how would you make women hate their role at home?
If I were the devil and I wanted to make women hate their role at home, I would start by changing the narrative. I'd take the beauty of sacrificing for your family, your husband, and your home and twist it into oppression. I'd make love feel like obligation and turn nurturing into servitude. I'd glorify everything outside the home and diminish everything within it. I'd make women believe that their value is only found in job titles, not in raising strong, righteous children. That fulfillment is only in chasing independence, not in building a legacy through family. I'd convince them that success means competing with men instead of embracing what makes them irreplaceable. I'd push materialism over meaning, self-interest over service, and convince them that being a wife and mother is settling, not succeeding.
ChatGPT, if you were the devil, how would...
All right, so I got one more part of this video that I want to play, but I'm just amazed at how scripture tells us that the image of the beast, they would give life into the image, and the image would speak. Let me see. So Revelation 13:15 again, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. But this how this devil, or the Lord allowed this devil to create this artificial intelligence, which is, representative of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. And this this thing is literally speaking, right? But I digress.
Everybody needs to be aware of what's coming, right? What their whole plan is. You've heard me talk about this for years, about the 15-minute cities. Those things are not cities, those are prisons, and they're going to be governed by AI. Now, people ask me all the time, why do you think the elites would want to get rid of 90% of the population? Over 90%, actually. Because they know they no longer need the rest of us to run this planet. With AI technology and robotics, they can run it without us. They only need 10% or less of us to produce the products and things that they need or provide services that these robots and AI can't do. So that is the objective. That's the plan for 2030. And if you doubt that, they're already testing it. They're already starting to make plans to weed out and phase out humans. Watch this video.
Holy smokes, you're not going to believe this, but...
So Amazon workers went on strike, and Jeff Bezos said, check this out. He introduced Amazon worker robots. He said, you want more money, right? Well, it's only going to cost me $3 per robot to replace you. They're having their FAFO moment. He didn't stop there. Check this out. He said, two can play that game. Thanks for allowing me to test out my new technology. Because soon, I won't need you guys to work in the warehouse anymore. I'll replace you with something that doesn't take days off, that doesn't get sick, and doesn't ask for raises. So you can strike if you want, but you're being replaced. Check this out. The new technology was tested. And now, think about this. The most highest grossing company in the world has found a way to replace humans.
So right there you can see Bezos has already started. In just another year or two, they're going to be fully automated in all Amazon warehouses. All of those positions are going to be done by robots. Trucking. The trucking industry is going to be extinct. Give it 2 to 3 years, it won't exist anymore. Not by humans anyway. They've already got these self-autonomous, self-driving trucks. If you're not aware, Musk, and I know everybody thinks he's a great guy and all this, we'll see. Time reveals all. So he's already had these semis out running in the country back and forth for years now, working out the kinks. As soon as they've got that perfected, truck drivers, you're out of business. They won't need you anymore. They don't take days off. They don't have to pay them. All they've got is the upfront cost of buying the vehicles. That's it. They'll save fortunes by putting you out of work. So start thinking about those of you that are in positions and careers where AI technology or robots can perform that job or service moving forward. You better start looking for work, because it's literally like the people that produced buggy whips when they invented the cars. Those that held on too long, you're bankrupt. You're just out of work with no options. Go ahead and start planning your future now. Start transitioning into another job or another skill set.
Well, guess I'm gonna say why you got time. So yeah, man, the Lord got this thing moving full speed ahead. All right. Isaiah 19 and verse 3 says, "And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to wizards." Right? Where you think the ideal for this artificial intelligence really came from? These people worship the devil. They worship Satan. Rather, they worship Satan. Right? They worship the left hand of the Lord. Right? Discern technology. Technology is really replacing money as their God. Right? Because with technology, they can have full control. With money, they had somewhat of control over people. They forced people to have to go to different corporations and make these different corporations, multimillionaires by doing nothing while they own the people that work at the place. But, that only goes so far. Just like when this devil had, the Lord's people literally, chained up and enslaved, that only went so far. Because the Lord won't allow it to go no further than what need be. Then he started putting the spirit in us to rebel and raise up. And this devil, he don't want that raise up spirit no more. He don't want that rebellion spirit no more. That's why he's creating everything digital. That's why he's creating universal basic income. Right? That's why he's creating all of this new world that we move into. This image of the beast that we are moving to. Right? It's all because this devil is trying to create a perfect society for himself, right? The perfect image of how he feels society should be. The perfect ingredients for, wickedness with the devil in charge. But at the end of the day, it don't matter, man. They can call on all the spirits they want. They can consult with all the the ancient sorcerers and wizards, all they want. This the Lord's show. And ain't nothing they can do to stop it. But as far as the people go, if you worship this image, man, you really want this place to move digital and you want to give up everything so that you can have ease and comfort of life. Revelation chapter 14 and verse 8. "And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, right? Yeah, everybody want to act like this world, right? So if you want to act like this world, when this world change, you want to go right along with it. You're going to call everybody stupid that don't want to get with it. Y'all behind the times, this so-called 2020 whatever, right? Y'all need to get with the times. Y'all got the old man and what want. Scripture says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of power, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb, and the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name, right? Whosoever receiveth that RFID micro semiconductor, right? So if you ever wonder why everything moving digital, there it is, right? But we must stay spiritual through all of this. That's how we're going to make it through. So with that, man, Yahweh Shemal Sharatazah, these precepts in this video were edifying. Kol Holoyim La Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Harakakodash Shalom Yashar Allah.